All right, you're back from the Wazza.
Yep.
How was it? Do you feel relieved?
It was great. I actually walked past a lady and she said, "Nice jumper," and I was like, thanks," and then that was it.
And you bought it to her?
No.
And just like that, the celibacy was in the mud. What was her name?
I don't know because I didn't.
What did she look like?
Didn't stop to ask.
You know when you look at someone, you can just sort of like get a vibe for their name. Like when I look at you, I think of James. I don't know why.
She looked like a Jess.
A Jess? Was she blonde?
No, brunette.
Oh, see, to me, a Jess is blonde. What does my name look? What do I look like? What my name?
You
would
look
be?
like a Tim or something.
A Tim. That's probably one of the biggest violations I think I've ever heard. I've never met a cool person called Tim.
Timothy.
Timothy. That's even worse, I'd say.
Tim or maybe like a Roy. Nah, not a Roy.
A Roy. Like I'm from like the South, like Texas.
No, you look like. Honestly.
Yeah.
100%.
Nah.
You could be like a Tim or a Ben.
Ben. I've got Ben before actually.
Or maybe a Ben, or maybe like a Frederick.
Well, we're just going through all the fucking names here. Frederick.
Yeah. Somewhat posh and Tory, like Alfie.
Alfie. No, I don't look like an Alfie. Definitely not an Alfie.
Alfie's
Alfie's quite like clean and polished, I think.
Could be an Alfie. Oh, you need something a bit more gritty.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
A bit more urban.
Paul. You said a bit more urban.
Dave.
No, I'm defo.
Jim. Jimmy.
You're violating
Right, Jimmy.
Now. You're violating it now.
I just can't think of any more shit names. Sorry if you called it any of those names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've just slagged off a bunch of
people.
No,
I love my Jims and my Tims and my Pauls and my Daves and my Fredericks.
What about your Jakes?
Jake Bug.
Is that when I say Jake Bug's the first name that comes to your head?
Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul. Speaking of Jake Paul, boom. Speaking of Jake Paul, he's being a bit of a twat again.
Again?
I mean,
wow.
It's not like he's never not been a twat. But he is now stepped up his trolling game. And do you know what? All right, everyone knows. Well, like it's just a common thing. Everyone in the UK just dislikes Jake Paul because he's everything that the UK dislikes, and that is totally understandable. But one thing I am willing to give him credit for, and I have to put some respect on his name for, is the fact that he is really, really running with all of this recent hype around him of the knockout, obviously, and the fact that he's really trying to make something out of his next fight.
Yeah, well, he's offered out Conor McGregor.
For $50 million.
Have you seen the video?
$50 million. And he said he has proof of funds, right? To me, that's the craziest part, right? So everyone can go ahead and chat shit and say, I'll offer you $100 million of whatever. This Donnie, in a contract, has gone and said, we'll give you a minimum of $50 million to fight me.
Where's that money coming from?
And he said proof of funds, which is a very big. Now, whether he's just done that for show, like, trust me, with all the Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they've all been known, and I've seen it, and I have to speaking to JJ and stuff, is that these guys chat shit and just completely waffle for loads of it. So it could be very well that contract that he like posted on his Instagram saying there's proof of funds could be complete waffle, by the way. Yeah. Like absolute waffle. And he's just, all he's looking for is a reaction of Conor McGregor, because that's all he wants.
Conor McGregor hasn't said a thing yet, right? He hasn't not even bothered.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares.
Now, keep in mind, this is going out next week. So by then, guys, there may be an update on the situation. But at the time of recording this, he hasn't said a single thing.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he should.
No.
I don't think... honestly, all Jake is looking for is a reaction. And as soon as he gets that reaction, Jake Paul wins. It's as simple as that. If Conor McGregor just airs him out, in 2 weeks' time, no one gives a shit.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah. So Jake Paul is just doing his trolling stuff, and I completely rate it. I rate it entirely, because this is how, one, you hype up a fight. This is how you get eyeballs on you, and this is how you make money. Like, he's doing it step up, like, fair enough, and I respect it. And that's why I said I don't like the guy personally, but what he's doing right now is very smart, very clever. So yeah, 50 million. If you're Conor McGregor, you taking the fight for 50 million. Be honest.
What did he get for the Mayweather fight?
I'm not even... Look, I don't know exactly, but it was probably around that. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it was probably the similar numbers. I don't know, though.
50 mil to, like, beat up some kid. It could be...
So, first of all, you reckon he wins? Do you reckon he beats him?
Well, Conor McGregor should win.
Yeah, but
A seasoned fighter, even if he's not a boxer.
I totally agree with you.
He trained for Mayweather.
I totally agree with you, but
So he should.
the size difference.
Oh yeah, how tall is Conor McGregor? Like what? 5'8", 5'9"?
I don't know. Like, look, put it this way: him and Mayweather were like a decent match, right?
No, McGregor was taller than Mayweather.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
By quite a bit.
Actually, nah. Yeah, maybe Jake Paul doesn't have that much because Jake Paul's definitely not as big as Logan. That's for sure.
No.
And that's so weird, actually. And then Logan versus Mayweather, who was smaller than Conor, and Logan's bigger than Jake.
I just can't wait to see if Logan's gonna hit Mayweather once.
Bro, this is what I don't understand about that fight. Is like, so in that contract, surely there is something that says Logan Paul, who comes in at about like 90 kilos, I think, something around there. Logan Paul, and he probably usually is around 95. Fuck it, he might even be 100. I don't know, but when he's training and cutting for a fight, like he's gonna get down to around 90. Mayweather, like I think he's like 68 kilos, bro. That is a fucking
Jesus
monster weight difference. So what? And look, if Logan does somehow land a punch on him, I think Mayweather, you'll feel it regardless. Just the weight difference itself is a lot.
Yeah.
But is he like Mayweather? Is it Mayweather even gonna get hit once? I don't know.
He's going to drag it on, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to drag the fight on like he did with Conor McGregor. Just carry it to the final rounds.
Because, bro, it's just so weird to me. I don't understand how this fight can go ahead. It's just the size difference, everything about it just
When
seems
is
really
it again?
weird. February.
Damn, it's not even far away.
Bro, it's so fucking... And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think McGregor walks... McGregor? Well, yeah, I think McGregor walks it and Floyd Mayweather walks it. But I'm just so interested to see an absolute giant compared to Mayweather. How does a boxing fight look like that? That's such a weird
I wonder
thing.
how... Did they say how much Logan's getting paid for that?
No, all that is undisclosed. I hope one day Logan does come out and say what he's getting paid for it. Because
give the details.
yeah, like, do you know what?
Details.
Like nowadays, everything's so transparent. It's like, fuck it, come on, let's just like. Back in the day, it was like, oh, how much did you? It was all
Can't
very
say
a bit
that,
sus. Just fucking come out and say how much you earned. Like, everyone's curious. Are you quite transparent with your money?
Not really.
Yeah, you keep it. I think a lot of people in the UK tend to keep it to themselves, because there's a lot of YouTubers that make a lot of money in the UK, but you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, mate, let me tell you what, some of the biggest earners mate, fucking Vicstar, he's come out and said he made 2 mil off of Minecraft servers, and then
That is mental.
And you take one look at Vic and you go, you just wouldn't think that he's
Breaded
caked in
up
peas.
like that, yeah.
We're talking about like a multi millionaire, and that's what I quite like that about the UK though. Because it's just everything's low key.
Yeah, and in America they're all just like, oh, I own this and this and this, and I got paid this for this.
Yeah, flying around in like big Lambos, but it's constant.
It's a lot more flex lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah, JJ had a moment of it, but I think that's pretty normal when you get an influx of money. You instantly go.
And he just like kind of like got bored of it. It looks like, and just dead it off.
Well, yeah, I think everyone. You had Josh with his R8. He sacked that off now. Simon had his Tesla Model X.
Sacked that
off now. He lives in London, and that's what's so funny. Like in the US, they wouldn't be sacking these things off because it's a like a status thing. They'd be like, I have this. But in the UK, everyone's more about, I don't have anywhere to park it. I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah, literally, there's nowhere to park in London, so there's no point in having it.
It's so true, but it's just so funny that in the UK, lifestyle, like no one gives a shit about that, or they might give a shit about it for 6 months, and then they go, actually, this is fucking dead. Like, and why do I have it? It's the same with Harry and his Lamborghini.
You don't even put petrol in it because don't drive it.
Yeah. I know Harry's Lamborghini sat and collected dust. JJ's Lamborghini sat and collected dust. It's just one of those things. Like in the UK,
you've done it, and now